All right, boys and girls, welcome aboard for another episode of The Brothers Hack the Matrix. All right, welcome aboard for The Brothers Hack the Matrix. I am your host, JoesAtmosfere, and I am joined, as always, by my brother from the same mother, the Hylunder. Look at you, man. The special effects going
That's what's
on,
up.
bro.
I wonder if it's because we
Hang
go
on.
live. I wonder if it's because we go live, man. Because there's nothing. Satan is with me,
There's something
giving me
going on,
special
bro.
effects.
There's something going on, bro. You have got special effects going on 24/7. Check you out.
That's weird, man.
Maybe it's the thing on your app. Now, to
gotta
be
be
clear,
Apple.
he's on an Apple computer, so it may have some nice bells and whistles on it. So,
Bro, how do you like my Ghost Rider movie poster up here? That's pretty cool, huh?
you
Pay
can't.
like $20 for these frames back here, and every
Yeah.
once in a while they fall apart and the thing falls.
Is that what that is? I was wondering. I was like, "What is it? A holographic one?" Because I can't see shit.
You look at it and it's different for everybody, bro.
It's following me around the room. Let's see what's going on. We've got our good friend Martin Acosta Santana. What's going on, Big
What's
Daddy?
up,
Good to see
Happy
you.
Santana,
E.
bro?
Clay Thomas is in the house. Yes,
E.
he
Clay
is.
Thomas
And he's
is
all
with us.
down with the rock and roll. What's
E. Clay
up?
Thomas, that sounds like a country singer, dude.
I swear to God, E. Clay Thomas is the man, dude. He's a
E.
good
Clay
fella.
Thomas and the Bear.
There you go. There it is. Okay, boys and girls. Of course, as always, Dan, first of all, how was your week?
Dude, it's a hectic week. You know, we're gearing up for new customers. So tomorrow I get to get up in the rafters and get up the scissor lift and get way up and redo some signage.
Yeah.
Kim contracted COVID. You know, when we were out there at your place over the weekend, she started getting this cough, and we thought it was the air conditioning in the hotel. But
Another reason not to stay at Sam's Town. There you go.
Yeah. So she's been dealing with that all week. And hey, look, knock on wood. I mean, I sleep with her every night, and I don't have it yet. So there you go.
Well, see, when one of us gets sick at my house, they sleep on the couch.
Yeah.
And the other one sleeps in the bed. Last time it was me, and I slept on the couch. Rhonda never got anything, so.
Look, I've had all these freaking shots and boosters and COVID this and COVID that. So fuck it, I would imagine my immune system is supposed to be where it is to combat this shit. So
Yeah.
I'm not sleeping on the couch, man.
I only took the initial shot because it was looking like I was going to have to take it just to get on a plane to go see Mom. I've never had a booster.
I remember
I've never
that.
had any of that shit. So.
We've had every booster.
Wow.
Still here. I haven't grown a third eye. My balls are not falling off. So
hey, man.
Popular belief.
It's like I've said several times, to each their own. Whatever you and your doctor decide, man. That's just, whatever you got to do. Okay, boys and girls. Man, look. Okay, first of all, the boss can shut up for a second. He is getting on my ass, but we got to see the axe. We got to
yo.
We got to see what's up with it.
This is the black flamage, dude. They say it's black, but it looks charcoal to me. But it is a beautiful guitar, man. This thing right here.
I think your lighting is giving it a little bit of a gold look in our eyes.
Really? Yeah. You're right. And it's got great wood grain on it, man. It's got the open humbuckers. This thing rocks, dude. It's got a real crisp sound. I really love it.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, they say it's black, but I mean, without the lights on it, it looks like a charcoal kind of thing.
I have the virus of unknown origin.
I have coffee, Death Wish coffee. Ka-ting!
Boom.
Death Wish coffee.
There you go.
Got to get up on the scissor lift tomorrow.
All right.
So
Okay.
I got to be right.
Man, come on. What is with him and Al Pacino?
Yo.
I think it's because he's fixing him.
Yo.
To move it along.
You know what time it is. It's top of the heap time, boys and girls. Yes. Yeah.
Hey,
and
look.
when we're talking top of the heap, yeah, I know it's a big downer to start the show this way, guys, but we cannot let you forget about it. We've got stuff going on.
Eject.
Fire on the flight deck.
This business will get out of control. It'll get out of control and we'll be lucky to live through it.
Yeah, we start with that war on the other side of the world that for some reason our politicians decide that we need to be giving money to it nonstop.
You know what? Hey, if we can't give money, we're going to have troops over there. Bastards, man. Bastards.
It says Russia-Ukraine war at a glance. What we know on day 731.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're one day past. Yesterday was the 2-year anniversary of that war.
Yeah.
G7 leaders urge additional support after defiant Zelensky hosts Western leaders. Navalny's body handed over to his mother. Of course, they dragged their feet about that. I don't know if you saw that in the news this week. They were holding it, and it was almost like they didn't want him doing an autopsy on him or something like that. You know what I mean?
Well, who knows, man? I mean, I'm sure the guy, his last days were not happy ones, whether he was beaten to death or starved to death or whatever, He was not treated like he was a foreign diplomat, I can tell you that. So,
no.
I'm sure he went out badly. So, I'm sure.
And he was the opposition leader, man.
Sure.
Supposed to be having, don't they have open elections there in Russia? I thought they had open elections.
They do have a democratic system.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess you run it. Dude, we know about Pootie Tang, man. We know about it.
Got my dillies on a pepper tank.
You know what's up with Pootie Tang, man. You don't want to cross him, dude.
7 time.
My dude.
I mean, my Damien. Damn, Sam, man, that's ridiculous. Anyway, also from that side of the world, U.S. could send long-range missiles to Ukraine in funding if funding passes. A report says White House prepared to send weapons that could strike inside Crimea if Congress approves 60 billion aid package. Which
come on, okay, so it's interesting, right? Because the same week he's trying to get more funding. He does rescind his promise to relieve, college loans.
Yep.
So to me, that's not. I mean, I'm just looking at it, just from a numbers standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
If you say, okay, I'm not going to do the college, relief thing. I can divert that money over to here for the war effort. So I mean, it's not beyond the pale for a politician to do that.
Yeah.
Screw the American people, give it to the foreign dignitaries and governments that you're in business with. So I'm not for the college relief. I'm not for it, but he made a commitment to that, and now he's pulling back on it, and he's looking for money to send to Ukraine.
Yeah.
He's got business dealings over there. So, again, the American people are going to be on the hook either way.
You know what I think about it, man? I think it's all a big money laundering scheme, but that's just me.
Yep.
Anyway, okay, so we have Navalny's death, a sign of Putin's weakness, Sullivan says. Now, I put this in here I consider this a stupid headline. I mean, Navalny's death seems like
a stupid headline. No way.
I mean,
impossible.
How is that a sign of his weakness? The guy basically eliminates anybody that crosses him.
I think weakness is the wrong word. Insecurity, his whole, what's the word?
Napoleon thing? Little man syndrome?
Little man syndrome, whatever you want to call it. It's not a weakness. That's just how he operates,
Yeah.
You oppose him, you were
If
going to
you
be
guys
gone.
have been watching the show, the body count has been going up ever since he started this.
Yep.
Let's see. Martin says, "Oh, I love the Pootie Tang
It's a
movie.
great
Yeah,
movie.
it is a
It's
great movie,
movie.
Martin. It's awesome."
It's a great movie.
Okay, now one that's grabbing more of the headlines though is what's going on out there in the Middle East. U.S. and UK strike more Houthi sites in Yemen in response to surge in Red Sea ship attacks. They did a fourth round of airstrikes on Houthi targets in Yemen.
Not the shock and
And
awe.
one of the side effects of this, guys, is the U.S. warns of environmental disaster from cargo ship hit by Houthi rebels. I mean, these things are spilling oil into the fucking sea.
Sure.
I mean,
Sure.
none of this is good. None of this is good.
That goes back to the clip you play right at the top of the heap. This ship will get out of hand, and that's what happens.
Yeah, and that's what we don't need is a bunch of we definitely don't need an environmental disaster after all this stuff.
Well, Houthi rebels give a shit less about
no, they can
oil
care
getting
less.
dumped in the water. They care less,
Yep. Let's see. Love it. Well, to be fair, Solenoid Ensky disbanded the outlawed outlawed the whole opposition in You Migraine. I love how he's doing this. Are you reading this, Daniel? You Migraine. Sorry for speaking in code. No, that's great. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, I know what he's doing.
We're speaking in code.
Yeah, we're speaking in code so we don't get nuked by YouTube. Yeah,
using code names.
Solenoid Esky and yeah, he did get rid of his opposition. You're right. Yeah, that he learned from the best, right? I mean, they used to be a Soviet satellite, right?
There is a game plan that they follow, dude. So.
Right. There's a definite script going on there, right? But anyway, we also got this one. Iran has the largest ballistic missile arsenal in the Middle East. Now it's sending them to Russia. It's the Fateh, I think is how it's pronounced. Fateh 110 missiles has an effective range of about 190 miles, is known to be highly accurate, and has been used in strikes from Iran to Iraq, Syria, and Pakistan.
My question is, if they know they're going over, how are they going over there? Why are we not dismantling or disabling the shipping and transport of these things?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Iran's
supposed to be
strangled by sanctions and stuff. I don't know how they'd be getting them to them, but hey, I don't know.
The machine goes. It happens because people in power and they run the game plan. They let that happen. So
yeah. Well, it's all doing exactly what I feared. It's all escalation. All of this stuff. Yeah, it's just like the opening of this segment. It'll get out of hand.
Escalation.
So say your prayers, folks. Hope we can turn this thing around over there. I don't think it's going to change anytime soon.
No,
definitely not before the election.
Way of life over there now, especially in that Ukraine thing. That's becoming a way of life now. I don't know how that stops. I don't know how you end that thing. Other than
I
disappeared.
It's tough, man. You've got a free state trying to defend itself against a better equipped major superpower.
Sure.
And they're asking for our help. But the whole thing that taints it is the history before we started helping them.
Sure.
All the back alley deals and dealings and stuff,
Yeah, Ukraine has been,
It's been a hot spot for a long time. It has. And it's just, and as far as I'm concerned, Daniel, that money could be better spent here. And we're going to talk about some of that here.
You're talking about billions and billions and trillions of dollars.
Our infrastructure needs serious help, dude. You've driven over the Jimmy Davis Bridge over here in Louisiana. I mean, God Almighty.
There's a guy on YouTube, and that's all he does is travel around to major cities. And I watched one on Gary, Indiana, Shreveport, Louisiana, Detroit. I mean, you talk about third world country. People don't know the disrepair that goes on around our major cities.
Yeah.
I mean, squalor.
We definitely don't want to talk about I-10 down there. around New Orleans and all the roads down there that are jacked up. We don't want to talk about that. That's for sure. Okay. Another big thing here domestically this week: cell phone outage hits AT&T customers nationwide. Verizon and T-Mobile users affected as well.
Yeah.
I barely noticed this.
I noticed it on my work phone. My work phone was out. My personal phone was fine.
Yeah.
But my work phone, I could not use. And believe me when I tell you, I use my work phone religiously.
Right.
And so, yeah, that was a big hit for me. But yeah, and it happened. It started for me at like 3:30 in the morning. And I called our IT desk, and they told me right off the top, it's a national problem. So yeah.
Well, they restored the restored the outage, but it was later on that day, much later on that day.
What did they blame that on? Solar flares? Is that kind of the
Yeah,
bullshit
that's what it was. I was about to bring that up. AT&T reveals likely cause of the outage that affected customers nationwide. It says AT&T said the cause of its national service outage was the execution of an incorrect process. It was an update, basically, is what they were saying. Is what it was.
Yeah, so we're inept in the way we update the system. Oh, okay, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Makes you want to have that system, right? Makes you want to stick with AT&T, right? You might go shopping next time you need a new phone.
It was a national thing.
Yeah.
You know, they weren't the only server that got hit by that.
Yep.
And they were talking about solar flares, and I immediately thought of Men in Black when Will Smith is sitting there talking to the people for the first time, and it was some swamp gas and just some bullshit, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah. So, yeah. Well, the thing I thought of was this, and anybody that listens to AM Coast to Coast, especially in the Art Bell era, right around the turn of the century in the late 90s and the early 2000s, I was a big fan. Used to listen to it. You know, I worked nights all the time.
Sure.
And I used to listen to him all the time. Loved Art Bell. And he was a big proponent, and so am I. And this is an infrastructure thing, and it would cost like, I think, now this was around the turn of the century, but compared to most things, it's an inexpensive thing. It would cost about $1 billion to harden our electrical grid, because we are going to get eventually going to get hit by a solar flare if they don't harden it. That's going to knock out the grid, dude. It's, you know what I mean? But it'd have to be a big one. This is one of those once a millennium flares.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was a big proponent of that. Big proponent. Let's see. Martin Acosta Santana says that's BS. A solar flare that specifically targeted AT&T and only AT&T. Well, it was several other carriers.
It was
too.
several. It was a nationwide kind of thing. It wasn't just AT&T.
A solar flare takes like 3 days to get here. It's not like, yes, absolutely. It's not. But I'm a big proponent of that. I believe we should be doing that. I think we should be fixing our infrastructure instead of sending this money to foreign wars.
Well, absolutely. We're getting lazy now. And when I say we, I'm talking about people in power with money and power that can effectively get this thing done. No, we're busy doing deals overseas, and we're letting the home front really fall apart. So
yeah. I Caught Fire says, I'm eating Popeyes. What's up, fam? Not much. Popeyes. Good to see you.
Yes, thank you for joining. Thank you to everybody that's joining in.
For sure. Everybody on Rumble, X. Oh, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, let me do that real quick while I'm off camera.
You know who I don't see?
Pop this up.
I don't see David.
You don't see who?
David.
David?
Yes.
Who knows? Sometimes he gets, sometimes he'll get busy. I need to pop out the Rumble chat so I can see it over here in case I need to, answer that. Anybody on Rumble, go ahead and hit the chat. I've got it up here. And
Rumble's
so I'll respond to that. Yeah. I just can't show their chats. I just have to read them. But anyway, yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. We got a couple more here in the top of the heap. We got the Odysseus lunar lander, and I hit the wrong button. I got rid of Daniel. I zapped him out of the screen. What the hell, man?
Still here.
The Odysseus lunar lander is sideways on the moon. Company that built it says.
That's what's up.
It apparently landed sideways and is sideways.
Is that the way it's supposed to be?
No, it's not supposed to be that way. They call this thing Odie.
I mean, the moon is a pretty big thing, right? Can't we land on it correctly?
Yeah. We think it came down moving about 6 miles an hour this way and about 2 miles an hour horizontally along the surface and caught a foot on the surface, and the lander has tipped like this. So, yeah.
So this
apparently
is
it was the lander that as they were landing it one of its feet caught, and it
kind of drug and tipped it over
sideways. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the wheel. But then again, we're talking about something that's being run remotely, right? That we don't have the guy in the bucket right there doing it.
This is unmanned.
So, yeah, it's an unmanned vehicle. We're controlling it from here. So,
job well done, whoever's at the freaking controls. Jesus, Mary and Joseph, man.
Let's see. I met like three people. I met like 3 people who didn't believe we went to the moon last month. My brother doesn't believe we went to the moon.
Right here.
Hello.
Capricorn too.
Capricorn too, he says. Danny is convinced that they hired what's that famous director that did 2001?
Oh, Stanley Kubrick.
Stanley Kubrick shot all that shit for the moon.
Hell yeah.
He's convinced. One was a security guard named Josh. He told me we were trapped in a dome. Oh, it's Manda. All right. Good to see you, baby. That's my daughter. Wow. It's good to see you. Russia.
Mark that name. I caught fire. What's that?
Your niece says Russia wouldn't let us fake that shit. Please think it through. They're want to believe. Right there with us
faking the whole damn thing. The only thing we don't see is killing one another. That's the only thing we don't.
That may be the first time she's ever gotten in the chat. She may have watched this before, but she's never gotten in the chat. And once again, lastly, Trump wins the South Carolina primary as he closes in on Republican nomination. Well, I don't know how this is news. I don't even know why Nikki Haley is still running. It's really weird to me. The only question right now is
somebody's got to run against him.
Yeah, I think she's in it just in case he does do,
just in case the old bastard dies,
in case he keels over, or
if 100 years old,
or if somehow, like we've been predicting, they keep him out of the election with all these lawsuits, right? So I think that's why she's
not out of the woods on that yet either. So
yeah, absolutely. And we've got more about that back there in the whatchamacallit there, the earthquakes. Yeah, we got more about that there. Amanda says I'm gonna run against. Be right back. I'm gonna run against him. Yeah, you go ahead, girl. You do it for sure. I'd vote for you, Amanda.
Hell yeah.
I would.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so
let's get some young blood in there.
Yep. Oh man, look, I'm having fun talking to my daughter, man. Sly is all up my ass.
Yo.
I swear, dude.
That's awesome.
It's time for the jockstrap, boys and girls. It's time for them, the different kind of millionaire. They like to tell us what to do from on high, and there's not much of a jockstrap this time around, guys. I mean, when it's not football season, I don't know about you, Dan, but I just can't get into it, bro.
I think I sent over a couple things. I can't even remember what I sent over for the jockstrap.
Oh, I got it. Yeah. We got the Daytona 500 results, highlights, and William Byron's wins for the first time after crash forces race-ending caution. Now, I've got the video here. Let me cue this up, and I'll unmute it.
The only sport that has its Super Bowl at the beginning of the season.
Beginning of the season. This is the Super Bowl of racing right here.
Right here.
But whoever wins this race has got a big lead. They have a playoff system now in NASCAR and everything. But
absolutely.
But this is how the race ended. Now, this is the way you win a race right here. This fucker caused a wreck and got him in a caution on the last lap, and he was
leading. And then he wins because you have to hold your place.
The top lane with the bottom lane, they got broke up, and now we've got William Byron leading the bottom lane with Austin Cindric behind him, Ross Chastain leading the outside lane.
1 lap to go. Sponsored by
Oh, no.
Credit Union Bank, and away they go.
Well, that wasn't his fault.
Into
He slipped
Chastain
right in
and
front of
up
that
into
dude.
traffic.
And messed him up, and he
And the
ended
Daytona
up
500
sending a bunch of them spinning sideways.
Need the 24 to start finish line.
goes to victory lane. William Byron
Boom.
from
Under caution, he got in there and won it. Can you believe that, man?
Look, they've gone to restrictor plates, I don't know, maybe 20 years ago, and now it's these machines are so close. That's why you see they're all bunched up all the time, because there's not a whole lot of separation from machine.
Well, that's why they call them stock cars. They're all supposed to be built the same way. I mean, it's there's little bitty things they can change.
That way, Joe John. Didn't used to be that way.
I know it did.
These restrictor plates, and now they're all really close. It's all about the pit crew, and it's about the driver. If he can keep his tires on him, and the pit crew can get these guys in and out of the pit, keep your tires.
It's all about tire management, isn't it? Fuel and tire management. That's what it's about in these races now, man. It really is. Martin says we could talk about Taylor Swift now. No, Super Bowl's over. Chiefs. No, that's done. Damn, the way they reintegrated with the group. Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt about it. Speaking of the Super Bowl, though, we do have this story. 2 men were charged with murder in mass shooting at the Chiefs Super Bowl rally. Prosecutor says they decided to look for murder charges on these guys.
Yeah, why not? They shot people.
Place.
I mean, what are they supposed to jaywalk?
And it turns out, if you read this article, that it was just a square off between 2 dudes that didn't like the way they were looking at each other. It's
That's
horrible.
That's the times, dude.
It's
what we're living now.
It's just stupid, man. Stupid.
Yep.
Next up, you sent this one. I was wondering what this one was all about.
Yes, we talked about that earlier.
Tiger Woods' new golf shoes. Check out these eye-catching red shoes, sole shoes. Now, this is
that's apparel too. The shoes, the shirts, everything.
Yeah, his new apparel. Who's he doing it with? It's not with Nike anymore, right?
This is an offshoot of TaylorMade. This is their apparel group.
Okay.
So seamless for him. And look, it'll do well. Tiger Woods, even though he's not winning majors, when you talk about golf, his name.
You talk about him, yeah. I mean, yeah, McIlroy maybe, but yeah, he's really been the face of it.
Tiger Woods, y'all. Tiger Woods,
Tiger Woods, y'all. Yep, absolutely, no doubt about it. And then, last but not least, in the jockstrap this week, we have the passing of one of my favorite players when I was a kid. Now, before I was a Seahawks guy, I rooted for the Dallas Cowboys as a kid, and Golden Richards, one of the wide receivers that used to play with Captain America back in the days of the Doomsday Defense and all that stuff. He died this week, I believe.
73 years old.
73 years old. Yeah. Yep. Golden Richards. Now, if I don't know if that movie North Dallas 40 is based on him, but a lot of people perceive that was him that Nick Nolte was playing in that movie.
For me, it's just a physical similarity,
Yeah.
White guy, blonde hair, wide receiver.
Yeah.
But Golden Richards, I mean, I remember him. I can't stand the Cowboys, never could stand the Cowboys. I remember you used to love the Cowboys, but his name he was like their third option, but the guy was solid.
Oh yeah. He was like Steve Largent before his time, man. He caught everything that was thrown to him, He was fantastic. I loved Golden Richards. I thought he was great. It's a shame. I mean, these guys are getting older now. Wow. 73, that's up there. Yep. Let's see. E. Clay Thomas says the Tiger shoes don't look near as good as the Trump sneakers. Oh my God, yeah. We showed those last week, Dan, when they had the judgment against him. Oh yeah, he said he was going to sell those things for what, $399 a pair?
Yeah.
But anyway, getting back to this, Godspeed to Golden Richards. I loved watching him. That was the days of Tom Landry and Roger Staubach. If it wasn't for the Pittsburgh Steelers, they would have defined the 70s, that team right there. But it wasn't their time yet. They had their time in the 90s. They won one Super Bowl with Roger, though. I can't remember who they beat in that
They
Super
beat
Bowl.
Denver, and I believe they won another one too, though, right?
I
thought
think
they won
Roger only
two
got
twice
one. He
before
played
that.
in like 3 of them. He played 2
They
against
lost
the Steelers.
They lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers twice.
Yeah.
They beat Denver, and it seems like they beat somebody before that. But yeah, those Cowboy teams, like it or not, they were dominant in the NFC. It was either them or the Vikings, representing the NFC in the 70s. So
says here he played. He scored touchdowns in the 75 and 77 title games. Yep. He's a great guy, man. He was a great player. I loved Golden Richards. So here's the Golden Richards.
Golden Richards, whatever.
Said like a true Saints fan, no doubt about it.
I'm the one that put it on the thread. I saw that. I was like, that's Joe John's era when he.
Yeah, I didn't put it on there because you put it on there.
Yeah.
All right, look, boss, relax.
Yo.
Oh,
time for the flicks, boys and girls.
Yeah, bro, you can't just have your hands sticking out there, man. Golden diaper.
The golden diaper.
Golden diaper. Oh, look!
It's time for the pop culture segment we call the flicks, boys and girls. It is time.
Yo, we're gonna have to start.
Politics.
We're gonna have to start tracking old Bruce Willis, man, because once people that have that kind of, cognitive functions that decrease like that,
yeah,
they usually don't. Well, they can't speak.
Last long after that, yeah.
They usually don't last long.
Sure. Yeah,
yeah. So we're gonna have to keep an eye on that.
Bruce is it's gonna break my heart when he goes.
Yeah,
he's got a special place for me, real quick, guys, because before he got on Moonlighting, you know where they found him, Daniel? He was a stuttering bartender in New York. The guy had a stutter.
Yeah. Yeah. I've read that, and I heard him talk about that in interviews.
And I don't have a stutter, but I was a bartender for years, so I always pulled for Bruce Willis.
I wonder if there's any correlation between people with stutters early in their life and
what he's got now. Yeah. Where and if you guys don't know what it is, it's a cognitive thing where he can't memorize anything. He can't read now. I mean, there's certain things that you do just by sight and visuals that he can't do anymore. Yeah. It's really strange. It's a shame because he is one of the funniest guys we've ever seen. I mean, just a naturally funny guy, I mean, that's why he was so
like an asshole on the set to work with, though.
That's what I hear. He wanted things a certain way, but hey, sometimes that's a mark of a really good entertainer,
Yeah.
I enjoyed him. I've always enjoyed him.
He put out great movies, there's no doubt.
Yeah, he did. Okay, speaking of movies, this weekend, the projections say that Bob Marley's One Love is going to win again. And oh my gosh, Madam Web is getting knocked down by 2 different movies, man, in its second week. Demon Slayer, this is an anime right here. I can tell you that right now. Demon Slayer is an anime movie, and it made double digits. It's 11 million.
Did you see the Madam Web?
Yes, I did. And did a review on it this week. It's nothing special. Dan, it's that they just look. What's going on is Sony is just putting out a bunch of Spider-Man stuff without Spider-Man just to keep their Spider-Verse going, and that one right there, not very good.
What was the last good Marvel superhero movie you saw?
Marvel superhero movie?
Yeah.
It was a Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
It was Spider-Man No Way Home. That's the last good one I saw. Yeah. That was the last good one.
I mean,
I'm looking forward to Deadpool and Wolverine, though. That looks good. It's Ryan Reynolds.
I don't know, man. Because Disney and
Disney is involved, but
I noticed about the trailer is the other Deadpool movies. They were kind of grainy, kind of dark looking.
Yeah. Now we got the Disney effect going on here.
Okay, so we're very crisp. Yeah. We got a lot of color.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Not fucking Deadpool, dude.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Well, I mean, they're integrating it into their existing universe. I mean, if you've watched Loki at all, half of that is the Time Police, whatever the fuck they call it.
I've watched Loki. I dig the look of that.
Yeah. Well, that's what's in there,
Yeah.
But anyway, getting back to the numbers, Ordinary Angels. I don't know what this is. Let's take a
It's
look at
angels
it real
that
quick.
are ordinary,
Obviously.
and then they do ordinary angels.
Inspired by an incredible true story of a hairdresser who single-handedly rallies an entire community to help a widowed father save the life of his critically ill daughter. That's what beat out Madam Web in its second week. Was this one right here. So, what I can tell by these numbers, Dan, not many people are going to the movies, and we got Migration and Argyle down here at the bottom with Madam Web. So, yeah, not many people are going to the movies.
Argyle only grossed 41 million. Wow.
Yeah, it hasn't done well. It hasn't done well. I want to see it though. I'm looking forward to seeing that one. And guys, I got to entertain you real quick because this is one of the funniest things I've seen in a while. If you're a fan of Monty Python and Star Wars, you are going to enjoy the hell out of this. Check this out. Oh, wait. We can't.
Sound.
We need some sound. We need some sound. Hang on. Let me get the sound going. Come on.
Is that a Jedi? Yeah, I think so.
I mean, he's got a lightsaber.
Is he getting closer? I still want to tell. We're gonna try shooting him.
Don't try shooting.
Nice try.
They're not even demons.
He is covering some ground, Daniel.
It's just maybe I need to.
Actually, he's not. He's not even moving. Look at him. Come on, dude.
What's wrong with this thing?
Come on.
There shouldn't be.
There shouldn't be.
Of course, we all know stormtroopers
Maybe there is.
couldn't hit the broadside of the barn, right?
That's how far off they are.
Oh, come on. Maybe it's our helmets.
Dude.
Wait, where is he?
Oh. So were they just guarding a random field? Is that what they were guarding?
I guess, man.
There wasn't
At
even
least
a
in
castle behind them.
the Monty Python version, they were guarding a castle, weren't they?
Castle.
And the guy was running up the road.
These guys are just rando stormtroopers in the middle of a field.
Martin Acosta says, "Hey, he's Marvel Jesus," talking about Deadpool. And Jay Patterson, good to see you, man. Says, "I need Matt Murdock to come back and have his own show. Charlie Cox is such a great actor." Yeah.
Yep.
Actually, the last news we heard about that one was they had shit canned everything they'd done and they're redoing it. So they're still planning on doing Born Again, but here's the thing. Once again, Disney has its hands on it. So it's, the previous Charlie Cox Daredevil, which was the best thing that Marvel has put on television,
Ever.
as far as I'm concerned, ever. Maybe, and this is a Hulk fan who loves Lou Ferrigno saying this. He thinks it's better.
Yes.
It wasn't done it was done under Marvel Studios banner with Netflix. It was before Disney. So.
Jessica Jones was kick-ass.
Yep. Yeah.
Punisher was kick-ass.
Punisher was good. Yep.
Power Man.
Iron Puss.
Really
we don't know about the Iron Puss, but the Defenders miniseries I dug. I thought that was badass, So that ship has sailed, Eclay says about about Daredevil. I believe it. And he's laughing about that. Yeah, I had to share that with you. That's one of the funniest things I've seen come out of TikTok. I thought it was funny as hell. All right, let's see what else we got. Yeah, there's speculation going on, guys, because guess what? Henry Cavill has reportedly accepted a role in the Marvel Universe. That's the skinny coming out of Hollywood right now. And a lot of speculation about who he's going to be. There was some people saying that it might be Dr. Doom he was going to play. That's already been foobarred. A lot of people are saying it's either going to be the Sentinel or Captain Britain. I'm leaning towards Captain Britain because they're.
I think if you read this article, they mention who it is close to the end of this article, but you've got to read the whole damn thing. So, but yeah, he's going to be coming in. The other thing I saw around him was rebooting the Highlander.
Yeah, I believe he's already working on that. I think that's already a thing. But no, Dan, it says
DC's lost is Marvel's gain.
Yeah, but hey, look, I kind of lean towards the Captain Britain thing because they're fixing to start up the X-Men, starting with Wolverine and all that stuff. So, that Captain Britain is a mutant. He's under the X-Men stories. That's where he was first introduced. So, okay, this one I thought was kind of funny. Madonna falls on stage at concert after dancer drops her. Let's take a look real quick. I don't think
live shows, man.
Yeah, I don't think we
puts
need
it out
sound.
there. That's for sure.
Well, we'll go ahead and put the sound on for this and check out what happened to Madonna.
She's on a chair and he's dragging her, and he's wearing fucking high heels, right?
Yeah. So there you go. Boom. Actually, those are her stilettos. No, he's wearing stilettos too. He is. There it is, man. She laughed it off and got up. But at her age, that could hurt quite a bit, boys and girls. That could hurt quite a bit.
Look, you'll never
Janet from Another Planet is here.
You never say that Madonna doesn't work because she puts it all into her show, man.
That's right. From what I understand, I just wish she'd quit getting surgery done to her face. Hey, Janet, good to see you. Watched your show again this Friday. Very entertaining. Good to see you, Janet. And Eclay says, I hope she didn't break a hip. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She's getting up there in age. She don't need to be dumped like that.
Look, I guarantee you that lady's in better shape than any of us on this show and on this stream. That lady, I guarantee she takes good care of herself.
Yep, for sure.
Absolutely, she does.
Now, this is a sad story out of Hollywood. Former adult film star Cagney Lynn Carter found dead hours after final text to her mother. And she was about 36 years old. She was getting out of the industry and everything, but she struggled with mental health problems. And if you read this article, you find out she put herself out in a pretty grisly way. She basically swallowed a shotgun is what she did. And it's sad to see, somebody that's trying to, get her life going better. She had moved out of LA, and it's just a shame to see that one. So say a prayer for her. Another one of my favorites passed away this week. A guy that both me and my brother dig big time. Paul D'Amato. Tim Dr. Hook McCracken, the guy that gave the Charlestown Chiefs the Federal League Championship with one punch to a referee, has passed away this week. He died at the age of 76.
Man.
He was Tim McCracken in the classic, as far as I'm concerned, the greatest hockey movie ever made, Slapshot.
One of the greatest sports movies
ever made.
Just Slapshot. If you have not seen that movie, you owe it to yourself to watch that movie. It is Paul Newman is the star. It's got a great cast. He plays Dr. Hook, Tim McCracken, who's is synonymous with that movie. And
They brought him in, and Janet says she can shake her groove thing. Yeah. Woof. But anyway, they brought Tim McCracken in because of the Hanson brothers, right?
They assembled a whole group ahead of her.
I didn't even remember this until my brother reminded me about it. He is the guy at the bar before they leave for basic training in The Deer Hunter. He's the guy, the Vietnam vet that doesn't want anything to do with anybody, just wants to sit at the end of the bar and have his beer, He was a really good actor. He was on Law and Order a lot. He did like 5 or 6 Law and Order episodes. So, but I'll always remember his Tim Dr. Hook McCracken. So Godspeed to Dr. Hook for sure.
Dr. Hook, man.
Mhm.
Shoot, yeah.
All right, we got a couple more under.
Dave's
the
a killer.
tonight.
Dave's a mess.
Dave's a killer. Dave's a mess. Yeah, that's right. All right, Danny sent this one in. Cartoon icon Space Ghost returns as a serious hero in new Dynamite series. Tell me about this, Dan.
Well, he's going to get his own comic strip. I think it names the publisher in there. Some Dynamic Comics revived
Dynamite
superhero.
Comics. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
See, they revived the Thundercats.
Mm-hmm.
This same publisher, and it's doing really well.
Yeah.
So they're going to bring back Space Ghost. They've identified some other iconic roles that people know.
Mm-hmm.
And he's actually going to get his own strip. And if you look, you can see some of the artwork. I think it's due to come out in May. But yeah, man, he's going to be bringing justice throughout the galaxy, dude.
There you go, Space Ghost. Dig Space Ghost.
Off the interview table and out and doing his thing in the outer space. So
that's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about.
If you look at the artwork on that, it looks really good. It really does.
Yeah. Did they have some examples?
Yes.
Okay, let's take a look.
Yes, they do.
Oh, look at that. Woo! That's tough, man.
Copies, yeah, and then if you go down further, they've got some of the panels from the comic book itself, and it's pretty cool, man. So yeah.
Wow, look at that. Look at that, will you?
Yeah,
that's pretty good artwork.
Artwork is always drives it, and then story. So it's going to be exciting.
Look at the ghost, man. He looks tough.
Right there. That looks really cool. So
yeah, it does. It looks good, man.
Yeah,
looks good. I'm glad you sent us that one. That's badass, dude. Yeah, hell yeah. Got to keep a thumb on the comic books. And then this one, this is just a sign of the times, man. People bailing out of California. Our producer, that's right.
Yo.
The boss, the man.
Yo.
Leaving Cali, going to Florida.
Sylvester Stallone announces he's permanently leaving California and moving to Florida. And
he's taking his hair plugs and his daughters with him.
Apparently, he has a reality TV show.
Yes.
Let's see how the girls take
After long, hard consideration, your mother and I have decided it's time to move on and leave the state of California permanently, and we're going to go to Florida. We're going to sell this house.
What?
Yep.
Bad acting.
Is this a joke?
It's not a joke at all.
Bad acting.
Whole time. No LA time.
Whole time. We already have the place. It's a done deal.
It's a done deal.
You can't tell me that those reality shows aren't scripted, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
They knew that was coming. That's too funny. No. But I just think it's funny that just like every other old person in the United States, Sly is moving his ass to Florida.
Going to Florida. Going to Orlando.
Right? Let's see. Janet from Another Planet says, I work out every other day, so I will be able to kick some booty when I'm in my 80s. Laugh out loud. There you go, young lady. There you go. Space Ghost, yeah, Martin says.
There you go. There, that guy knows what I'm talking about.
Martin knows exactly what you're talking about. He loves comic books, man. Yeah, he knows all about it.
Did you ever see him doing the interviews where they would be spoofing movies and stuff, and he'd have some of his villain friends on set with him? Did you ever watch those things?
Yes, loved them. Loved them. They were great. They were freaking hilarious, man. Yeah, it's good stuff. Martin says going straight to Boca. That's where Sly's going.
Boca Raton.
Right now, Sly's just in my ear giving me shits what he's doing, man. Damn.
Yo.
He says it's time for earthquakes, boys and girls. Yeah, it is. It's time for those things that, they strike a chord nationwide. They really do. Actually, globally, some of these things.
I mean, there is absolutely no infrastructure in these buildings. That road, who look? Oh my God, big old hole there.
That's right, Martin. Space goes coast to coast, baby. That was the name of the show. Yes, it was. Yep. Yeah, big earthquakes. We got to see what's going on with them. First thing we've got under earthquakes, this one, man, is there anything the Chinese won't do? Chinese fishing vessels are going scorched earth and pumping cyanide into contested waters, Philippine fishing authorities are saying. Philippine Fishing Bureau said China is trying to intentionally destroy the Scarborough Shoal. That's just wow, man. Come on, give me a break.
Well,
what are you doing?
I mean,
What are you doing?
look, that's if you believe the Philippine Fishing Authority. I mean, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows, man? China definitely has aspirations of world dominance. That's for sure. So
more proof, I think, that Nikki Haley is trying to get the nomination in case the man goes to jail. Nikki Haley confesses she'd pardon Donald Trump if he's convicted. Leave the negativity and baggage behind. Yeah. Martin says that's beyond fucked up, talking about the Chinese fishing vessels doing it. Uh-oh. Earthquake in surround sound. Or in sense around. He said sense around. No, not sense around. Not sense around. Not sense around.
Haven't heard that since the 1970s.
Me neither, man. That was some loud shit. But you know what? Since he just showed up, we've got this thing we've got to do, man. We got to introduce Mr. FKHC 2005.
There are some who call me Tim.
Good to see you, Tim. It's good to see you, brother. Yes. Good to see you. But yeah, I think this is why Nikki Haley's hanging around. She's just hanging around in case he goes to jail. That's why she's staying in all these primaries. I'm telling you. That clip never gets old. That's right. It never does. You know it doesn't. Let's see what else we got here. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to start a flying part of this thing, dude.
Planes, trains, and automobiles. That would be the
trains and automobiles. We're gonna have to just put a section that's planes, trains, and automobiles. A passenger on a flight from Thailand to London was arrested after appearing to punch an attendant in the face. The incident took place on the Thai Airlines flight from Bangkok to London and Heathrow. London's Metropolitan Police said they met the aircraft upon landing. Yikes. Be nice to the people on the planes. Folks, it's what are you doing if you're punching an attendant?
What are you doing with a gun in space?
What are you doing with a gun in space, man? Good Lord. What the hell? But we got some good news. I'm going to have to get on this plane if I have an opportunity. 2 passenger planes surpassed 800 miles per hour on recent flights.
800 miles per hour. You're going to see some serious shit.
You're going to see some serious shit. That's right. Recent flights with strong winds. That's over 200 miles per hour faster than typical plane ride. Wow, man. Saturday, a Virginia Atlantic plane and a United Airlines plane reached speeds more than 800 miles per hour. These are some of the highest known recorded speeds for passenger flights. Near record-breaking winds are to blame. To blame? That's awesome. Blame.
Okay, so that's just another example of global warming. I'm sorry, global cooling. I'm sorry, climate change. Let's grab some money from the taxpayers label we're using. So
exactly, man. There it is, right there. There it is. Also, Trump claims immunity in move to dismiss classified documents case. That happened this week. He's claiming immunity again, so that'll be going to the Supreme Court, I'm sure.
He is paying a truckload in
he
legal
is.
fees, dude.
But the thing about it is the guy's so good with money, he's going to be able to fund payment for it. And he's got, I didn't put it in here, but there was an article this week. The GoFundMe has already got $1 million in it.
And we were talking about that
last week. It's already got $1 million in it for him. So, he'll make that up in no time flat. It's ridiculous. Yeah, this is kind of a cute story if you like cute stuff. Black and white and adored all over. China pledges pair of pandas for San Diego Zoo.
Yes.
Yeah, they're going to
an act of diplomacy, which is cool because China took their pandas. Because this is a joint effort between Chinese government and the United States, and for the longest time they had pandas over here, and then they when relations went south,
Yep.
They took their pandas, and Biden met with some Chinese foreign dignitaries not too long ago in California.
Mm-hmm.
Lo and behold, we're going to get a male and a female back to the San Diego Zoo. And I'm sure if you look at the Biden bank account, you probably see a little, a little deposit,
Little deposit.
little, exchange of currency.
Oh, I see.
Okay, so the Chinese, they see that the wind's blowing to maintain status quo and business relationships.
Right.
It behooves them.
Send some pandas over here. Well, that just makes the people of San Diego extremely happy. You know what I'm saying?
Dude.
Oh, man.
Play it again, Sam. That never gets old, man. Do it
No, it
again.
didn't get old.
Do it
Now,
again.
check this one out, man. Massive fireball lights up night sky across nearly a dozen states. Check this out. This video was pretty cool, man. Hang on. Let me see if I can pop this up.
Cops.
Hey, cops! Of course, has got to be there.
Cops.
After the ad, we'll see it.
Cops.
There we go.
So after the fireball, you should play the dude going,
right?
Telling you, man. You use that anywhere. Look at that.
Look at that. Is that crazy?
It's awesome, dude.
And what's funny is right after that, okay, I mean, that very day later on, we had this article that a satellite crash live out of control ERS-2 falls to Earth. So we got debris falling all over the place, bro.
Again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Watch the skies. Watch out. It's coming your way. Oh, man. Too much. Too much. Judge orders My Pillow CEO Mike Lindell to pay $5 million to man who proved his 2020 election lies wrong. That is very interesting to me. I'd like to see that proof. My brother's dying over that one.
Never gets old, man.
But dude, that's crazy right there.
Oh my God, it's too funny, man.
I mean, they just can't get over this stuff. It's ridiculous. Drop this. This was 4 years ago. Now this one right here, who didn't see this coming? California's $20 minimum wage for fast food workers could make burgers and chicken so expensive that people just buy more groceries instead.
$6.25 is what I made an hour.
Yeah,
at McDonald's
back in the day. Yeah. Well, there has been, a change in, inflation.
$20 an hour, bro.
$20 an hour. These are not supposed to be jobs that you maintain your rent and everything with.
Yes.
This is starter jobs.
Jobs. That's all they are supposed to be.
Yeah. It's
$20 an hour.
Yeah. Jesus. And they wonder why everything's failing, right?
We've got people with college degrees, dude, that don't make $20 an hour.
Right. Let's see. Oh yeah, here you go. People in California, you wonder why people are leaving. Border Patrol releases hundreds of migrants at a bus stop after San Diego runs out of aid money. Border Patrol buses carrying migrants from Senegal, China, Ecuador, Rwanda, and many other countries arrived outside a transit center. Yeah, they're just dropping them off now, Dan.
Everybody out.
Everybody out. We're here.
The money just ran out.
So we're just dropping you off on the curb. What the hell, man? That's crazy. And the last one we got in earthquakes tonight. Police drop Riley Gaines' case of assault and ransom against protesters. Now, if you remember this, this happened almost a year ago. It's roughly 1 year after former University of Kentucky swimmer Riley Gaines said she was attacked at San Francisco State University, and the campus police department has ended its investigation without charging a suspect. And what happened was she got attacked on stage, and the police had to escort her to a room away from the protesters that were protesting her speaking. She's a swimmer, okay, and she was talking about the transgender thing and competition and all that stuff, and they got so out of hand that the reason why she said ransom is because she was locked in a room basically to keep her away from the protesters by the campus police. So yeah, a year later they're done with their investigation and nobody's getting charged.
The ransom thing, I don't get that, but the idea that they had to sequester her for her own safety when you're in a public place and you're just speaking, you can protest, man. But if it gets violent like that, that's crossing the line. That's not freedom of speech. That's just anarchy.
Yeah. And that's it goes to a lot of folks or a lot of comedians won't play college campuses anymore because they're getting grief like this, not to that pitch, but they're getting grief just for their jokes. They're not taking it in the vein it's supposed to be. They're acting like it's offensive language and stuff. So,
and you can be offensive, but I mean, you can be offended. I mean, that's
right.
You're offended. But when you get violent, that's just childlike, right? So, I mean, in a civil society, we should be able to have civil discourse, right?
Yes, absolutely. Sure.
And we've gotten way beyond that. There's certain things you just can't say.
Yep.
I mean, you can say them, but somebody's going to get violent.
Yep.
You looked at me wrong.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened in Kansas City.
What the fuck, man? We're well, my feeling on that. That's social engineering. That's dumbing down a society. That's killing the family unit. That's killing education. And then you got a bunch of rabid people that have gone back to their base instinct. It all starts in the home, Dan. Broken families, a lot to do with it and stuff. Absolutely, it does. We were blessed to have our parents with us through most of our formative years. So Yep. So, all right, man, relax.
Yo.
I get it, man.
Yo.
It is time for Danny's report on those in power. We elect to go speak for us. We're talking about the best and brightest. God. Yes. Before we get started, E. Clay Thomas brings up a good one. Chrissy Mayer, who is in our sphere on YouTube, she's a comedian. She's always on Friday Night Tights. She's a regular. She's great. She's pregnant and got assaulted with pepper spray last night at a club in I can't remember what town she was at, but the guys purposely waited for her to step down from the stage when she was done and pepper sprayed her. Yeah, it's ridiculous how people act now. It's dumb. I don't get it. But anyway, back to the best and brightest. I think we our one of our contributing correspondents, a guy we call the Hennebro.
The Hennebro.
He brings us this bit of funniness from
for
Facebook.
your viewing pleasure.
Yeah. He's commenting about the best and the brightest. Let me refresh it, make sure it's starting from the beginning. And it would help, Joe, it would help if you turned the fucking sound on. Let's try this again.
What up, Council? My name is Chad Kroger. As you may have probably already heard, Jeffrey Epstein's list was unveiled this past week. I'm stoked to see that none of you were on it. But I was super heartbroken to see many of my idols' names pop up. Namely Stephen Hawking, which I think we can all agree none of us saw coming. Trust in the American Institution has officially bottomed out and hit dry reef. It feels like our country is run entirely by pervy douche nozzles. And I, for one, am no longer stoked on listing bad dudes. The American people need something to kickstart our engines and revamp our stoke. That is why I'm requesting, Council, that you release the Keanu Reeves list. Celebs, politicians, and world-renowned astrologists who have kicked back with Keanu and exemplify his moral fortitude. Altruistic and hot. It's time we have some heroes to guide us back home. Thank you.
Thank you. Well said. Well said, my man. Well said. Well spoken. Speaks for a large swath of the United States people right there, bro.
Oh,
Institution. We got problems with our
institution. Damn it. Hennebro, thank you for sending us that.
Absolutely, brother.
Just the fuck?
Awesome.
Totally awesome. All right, Hamilton.
Totally awesome. All right, Hamilton.
Next up, Illinois judge who reversed rape conviction removed from bench after panel finds he circumvented the law. What is this about, Danny?
Yeah, he first he had it convicted, and then he reversed it. He said the prosecution didn't meet its the standard of what would cause somebody to be guilty, and he went so far as to as he overturned. Vaughn said that the judge told the court. Vaughn is the plaintiff.
Mm-hmm.
This is what happens whenever parents allow teenagers to drink alcohol, to swim in pools in their undergarments. She recounted the account as supported by court transcript. Clinton cannot be tried again for the same crime under the Fifth Amendment. So this guy's been released. He served 148 days. The judge said, that's enough. That's justice. And the prosecution hasn't met its bar for, conviction. So 148 days, that's fine. That's enough. And this is basically on the parents for letting them drink and swim in their undergarments. And what did you expect to happen? So,
wow.
This is one of our elected officials, elected judge. He's been pulled off the bench. Probably gonna get disbarred, but he's already passed a ruling. Now they've appealed it, and it's his ruling, and it stands. His ruling stands.
Wow.
And this guy can't be retried. So there you go.
Wow, that's crazy.
Best and brightest making decisions for the rest of us.
Yikes. And this one comes out of my home state. State Senate agrees to lower the age. This has to do with incarceration age in the state of Louisiana. Apparently,
right.
In the past, we had raised the age to 18, and they're apparently lowering it, Dan? Is that
yes. So it says less than a decade after voting to raise the age for someone to be tried in adult court in Louisiana from 17 to 18, legislation to repeal the act successfully cleared the Senate in a 30-9 vote. It heads to the state House committee for debate in Governor Jeff Landry's special session on crime. So less than a decade later, they're changing their mind, and they're going to try these guys, 17-year-olds, as adult. But more importantly is they're re-trolling some ground here that they've already, and this is taxpayer dollars,
made decisions on. Yeah.
And so they're reversing it now. Maybe the winds have changed, have gone whatever way, but again, these are our best and brightest making these decisions and contradicting themselves and whatever. So yeah, we can really count on them to make good decisions.
Yikes, man. That's the new governor, Jeff Landry, is doing that. Yeah, I mean, I'm really not down with 17-year-olds being tried as adults.
Apparently, the numbers are bearing out that the 17-year-olds, once they made that new law a decade ago, violent crimes went up in that age demographic.
Yeah.
I guess the word got out that they won't be going to adult court, so they'll try.
They can just let it all hang out.
There you go.
Jeez, man. Wow.
I don't know why you would. Anyway, it's a waste of our time. Is what
it is. Flip-flopping is a waste of taxpayer money.
Yep,
no doubt. Is. And the last one we got in Best and Brightest tonight, and this guy, you want to talk about douche nozzles. Adam Schiff runs ads on Fox News a year after preaching a boycott of said Fox News.
And that's it. I mean, it says here, if you can't beat them, join them. Representative Adam Schiff, Democrat, California, began airing ads for his Senate campaign on Fox News on Saturday, nearly a year after Schiff called for an advisor boycott on the same network. So he was saying that Fox is all about money. We should pull the advertising dollars away from them because that's all they're about. And here he is, fast forward a year later. He's a politician. He wants to run ads, so he's running his ads on Fox. So,
yikes!
There you go. That's just another example of the best and brightest, a politician that we elect. And there you go.
And there it is.
Making awesome decisions.
And this
hypocritical decisions, right? Just like
right.
the Louisiana thing, flip flop, and whatever way the wind's blowing, that's the way they're going to go. Typical politics.
Examples of just going the way the wind blows. Yes. And who's it from? The best and brightest.
Best.
Yeah, man. There they are. Okay.
I love that video, man.
Yo, man. Look. All right, boss. I get it.
Yo.
He's over here telling me to put my cup on, bro.
Oh, shit.
Buckle the chin strap. Get the pads on. Because it's time to turn out the lights.
I have the utmost respect for Kurt Warner for going in there. I have the utmost respect for Kurt Warner for going in there.
I still want to know how that man left that stadium not in cuffs. I really. He assaulted Kurt Warner.
The extension, okay?
He lifted and separated, man. Good God.
It's a legal hit, dude. I mean, because he's in front of him. He didn't hit him from behind.
It was legal at the time. That would be an illegal
Which
hit
was a good time for football.
It was a great time for football, no doubt.
Now
launched his ass straight to the friggin' retirement couch.
Now he should have grabbed his flag right there. So.
Eat Clay Thomas. You're a little quick to the trigger. It's not time. But it's always a good thing to never go full retard.
Never go full retard, man. Never.
Retard. I've got some good news. My brother might come in for this. He might actually come in for this one. He might. Here in August, I believe the dates are the 16th, the 17th, and 18th. We're going to have GeekCon here, which we have. It's a smaller con that comes through in Shreveport. Guess who's going to be on the docket this year, man? We're going to have a new one for Rhonda's Walking Dead wall. The governor's coming, bro.
Got to be somebody from the Walking Dead.
The governor's coming, bro. Look out.
The governor?
The governor himself, the governor. International Walking Dead superstar coming to Shreveport. That is, what is this guy's name? I always forget his name.
David McGinty.
David Morrissey. That is him. The guy that played the first big bad on. Yeah.
I was close.
The guy that played the first big bad on The Walking Dead, David Morrissey's going to be here. So, yeah, man, looking forward to that. I love the governor on friggin' Walking Dead. I know you watched that series. You may not have finished it, but I know you watched the episode.
I think I got to season 9.
Yeah, but I know you remember the governor stuff with the prison and everything. Oh my God.
I'm going to have to go back and rewatch that show. But do me a favor, send me those dates, man. Because we usually come in there for that. I
will. Absolutely. It's a smaller con, but it's a lot of fun. Yeah. Cool. It's a more intimate setting. You're not waiting in line as long as you do for the Fan Expo, which I'm coming into your town for, because I always come there for the Friday Night Tights meetup, But,
are they having it at the Shreveport Hilton? Is that where they're going to hold it, or where are they going to hold the?
Yeah, it's at the Civic Center. They always hold it at the Civic Center, man.
All right,
yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep, for sure. Yep. But he's going to be there, and I'll get you the website and everything, so you can check out who's coming and all that stuff. I tell you what, my wife's going to want the picture with him and the signature, but I want to go to his panel. I want to learn what this guy's all about, because he did a great job playing the governor. He really did. I really did. Okay, boys and girls, it is time for the Simple Jack Award, boys and girls. It's the award given out by my bro every week for that person or persons or government agency for that matter, sometimes
Or government agency,
football team, corporation, whatever it be, whatever entity he decides is that group that's trying to do the right thing, but just can't seem to get it right. You know, it's all about the simple jack of war. And this week, I hate to say it, but
great entry. He was right at the nose. He said, "This is mine. This is my week.
This is my week."
That's
what he said. He said, "I'm not messing around. I'm taking it." He wants the victory.
Legion of Boom edition.
Legion of Boom member. Oh, breaking my heart.
Again on the
Everyone
blotter.
noticed the same thing. Yeah.
Again on the blotter. With the DUI. My dude. Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Driving under influence, and got a cool picture of his mugshot down there. He's kind of grinning a little bit. Hey, how's it going? Yep, I'm in jail again. Got arrested again.
Richard
DUI.
Sherman.
Got the world at my fingertips. I'm making money. Color guy. You know, I'm Amazon Prime. I'm set for life, and boom, DUI.
Oh, man, just it breaks
He goes
my heart,
full
bro.
retard on a global scale. That's all I have to say about that.
Oh no, he got
never go full retard. Never go full retard. Never go full retard.
I almost didn't get there in time. I was scrolling for it. I didn't think you were going to cut it off that quick. That breaks my heart, man. But this ain't his first brush with the law.
No, this guy is a stand.
Those that know Richard Sherman, he is an
intelligent.
extremely intelligent dude, but he has got an anger management issue. He does. He has a problem. He really does, man.
The thing about him is the way he's trending, okay, is unless he has somebody in his life to turn him around and get him some help, that he needs help somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's going to end badly for him.
Yeah, it is. And I
wouldn't be surprised if he ends up in jail or something like that, because he is his own worst enemy. And unless somebody can convince him to seek help, whether it be a substance thing or alcohol thing, an anger thing, something is making him tailspin, and money's not gonna help it. It might enable it.
This has nothing to do with money because he's got a successful broadcasting career.
Sure.
I mean,
what I'm saying is, with the money comes a certain sycophant around you.
Yeah.
And these people are not going to tell him he's effing up, So
no. Yeah, he's got to get that reined in. Ray Lewis, reach out to my man.
Never go full retard.
I had to put that back up for E-Clay. He pulled the trigger a little early on that one. He also says when it comes to the governor, his severed heads will not be joining him at the GeekCon.
Severed heads.
Remember he had the heads in the tanks, the water tanks.
I have to go back and watch. That's the beauty of me. I can watch something
and just
a year later I'll forget the whole thing.
I'm ruining the whole fucking show for you right now.
No, you're not, because I won't remember after today. So there you go.
I'm just kidding.
I won't remember anything.
Okay, boys and girls, that is our show for this week. So let me let you know what's going on with the channel this week. Of course, you know you're watching the Brothers Hack the Matrix. We do this every Sunday evening at 5 p.m. Central Time. So come check us out. Me and the Hylunder. It's our time to get together. Me and my brother love to talk politics and stuff. And we don't agree on everything, but we love talking it. We actually have civil discourse. We actually shoot the shit and don't worry about shooting each other afterwards. Learn from that. They're United States of America. It's not us against them. It's us against the machine. Damn it, get together. I mean, I've said it how many times, Dan? That's my favorite friggin' meme right there.
That's it, bro, right there.
That's what the government fears right there. Us together. So get together. Quit friggin' getting against guys that don't think the same as you, man. Anyway, it's not on this week, but later on next week, I believe he said we're going to start at about 10 p.m. Central Time. The MFR Roadhouse is going to return. I wanted to mention that. That's going to be added to the Sunday slate at 10 p.m. Central Time. Excuse me. Jed is the main host there. It'll be on his channel, and Sam, Ruben, and I will be the regulars, and he's going to have a bunch of other people there too, but that's just the regulars that are pictured there. So come check us out next Sunday at 10 p.m. Central Time. And then later on tonight, it's Papa Joe Gamer After Dark. Video games, cocktails, and fails. I'm going to be doing some wrestling with WWE 2K19, my favorite wrestling game. We're going to get into it at 11 p.m. Central Time tonight. And then tomorrow, tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Central Time, it's the Sand Pebbles on Military Monday on Pop Culture Minefield. Gary and I get together and talk about military movies, and you can see Richard Crenna. That's right. Colonel Troutman from the Rambo series is in this one. And the late, great Steve Martin. I'm about to say Steve Martin because I'm jumping ahead. Steve McQueen is in that one. The Sand Pebbles comes your way tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Central Time. And then at 4 p.m. Central Time tomorrow afternoon, it's Steve Martin in The Jerk on That 70s Rock Fans channel for a meeting of the Cult Comedy Crew. So come check that out at 4 p.m. Central Time tomorrow. It's one of my favorite movies ever, one of my favorite comedians ever. Danny will tell you that I bought Steve Martin's albums when I was a kid. I love the guy. I think he's great. And of course, we all know he was born a poor black child. So come check it out at 4 p.m. Central Time on the Cult Comedy Crew on That 70s Rock Fans channel. And then Tuesday, it'll be myself back on my channel doing Papa Joe Gamer After Dark with whoever shows up. Going to be playing Madden football through the years. I got a few a couple of different versions of Madden. In Madden 15, I believe. So come check that out Tuesday at 10 p.m. Central Time. And then Wednesday, it's our pop culture show, State of the Atmosphere. We give you a pop culture update. And this week, it's going to be all the new stuff for March. We're going to be looking at all the March releases, including the movie I can't wait to see next Sunday, Dune. So we'll be talking about all that 5:30 p.m. Central Time on Wednesday. And then at 8 o'clock on Wednesday, John goes back to Pal World. He's going to be playing that on Wednesday on Game Night on Pop Culture Minefield's channel at 8 p.m. Central Time. And don't forget, he also plays on Friday nights at 8 p.m. Central Time on Pop Culture Minefield. And he's playing Detroit Become Human on that night. So be sure to tune in for Game Night on Pop Culture Minefield on Wednesday and Fridays at 8 p.m. Central Time. And on Friday at 1 p.m. Central Time, you can check out Sketching the Privateer, myself doing my comic book, my passion project about America's pirate patriot, the Privateer. So for myself and the rock and roll master, the Hylunder, who is being tutored by one of the great guitarists as part of Black Label Society.
Yeah.
We want
Dario Lorena.
That's right. We want to thank you for being here. Tim says, were you born in a barn, poor black child, Joe? Born a poor black child? No. But the jerk was. He definitely was. All the nude stuff for March? No, not nude. Did I say nude? I meant nude. E. Clay Thomas says, Joe, what is your special purpose? Oh, man. My special purpose. Oh, man. In 4 shows, we are at what number, Joe? 4 shows? You're not going to get me to say it. I'm not saying it. When I was in my 20s, it was one of my favorite positions, but I'm not saying it here. Okay, boys and girls, take it easy. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe, like, all that good stuff. All you people on Rumble, give me a follow. And until we see you again, I want you
Rumble in the Jungle.
Rumble in the Jungle, baby. Hey, it's a great platform. It's growing. I really need you guys to go over there and follow me over there. I love it. When we get closer to the election, myself and Jed are going to be doing some shows over there where we can actually speak our mind and not get kicked out. So that's the good thing about Rumble. They're a little bit more free speech platform, not like YouTube having so many handcuffs on you. You know what I'm saying, Dan? So anyway, you guys take it easy. And until we see you again, I want you to keep on keeping on. God bless.